right, everyone. Hello. Welcome in. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Are you ready for your Bad Apple review? Today, we are taking a look at the animated movie Transformers 1, the origin story that takes a look at the dynamics between Optimus Prime and Megatron. Buckle up, because this one's going to be good. This was my first time doing the D-Box seats. I don't know if you have this in your area, but if you do, it's definitely worth the try. And I think it was good for this movie because it's exciting, it's dynamic, it's loud, and there's a lot of action. So the seats actually vibrate and move, and I felt like I was on a ride. I cranked that sucker up to full blast, and I was going, So it was a fun one. It really brought me into the movie, and I enjoyed it on a different level of excitement and entertainment than I would have in just a regular seat. So that was fun to experience for this film. So Transformers 1 is rated PG. It is good for almost all ages. I would be mindful as a parent if you have a child that is particularly sensitive to fighting scenes, you're gonna get that here. Also loud. It is loud. It is bringing you into the movie and you're feeling it. You're feeling the action. You're feeling the punches. You're feeling the blows. You're feeling just everything around you, immersing you into the film. Also, there is a little bit of language here and there, not anything terrible or detrimental, but it is made in a funny way of badassatron and repeated multiple times. So, because it's that time of year where kids are probably going to be dressing up in different costumes, Halloween costumes, and really trying to portray these characters, yes, they will probably repeat those things. So just be aware of that. If that's not something you want your child to repeat multiple times, then maybe don't take them to see this movie. However, it's super fun, and I think that they will enjoy themselves and have a great time. All right, so we have the character of Orion Pax, played by Chris Hemsworth, who ends up being Optimus Prime, and then also D16, who is played by Brian Tyree, and he ends up being Megatron. We see that origin story emerge of their close friendship, that close bond. How did they evolve into what they are in the future when we meet them as arch nemesises, arch enemies, right? It didn't start that way. They were close, thick as thieves, as close as brothers, and we get to see what happened. What is the catalyst that starts to transform them in a different way, right? From the inside outward, seeing what happens, what triggers them to become the characters, the iconic characters that we see them as moving forward. So the story unfolds on Cybertron, the planet that the Transformers all live and reside on, and it is currently going through a very difficult time. There was a war that happened, and now the energy source is no longer available to them, so it has to be mined, and that is the job that the Transformers, many of them do. They're miners. They work in the mine. Orion Pax and D16, that's how they meet. They're working in the mines. They build the friendship. They have to rely on each other to survive, so it makes sense that they are forming this undeniable bond that's going to stick with them through the movie until we get that shift that happens that forces change. Keegan-Michael Kay plays Bee, and I just love Bumblebee. I was so excited to see Bee, and it just was fantastic and humorous. He brings such an element into the film of funny, fun, uplifting, just the one that just does not quit. I just really enjoyed seeing his character. Badassatron. Scarlett Johansson is Alita 1, and I do enjoy that they added the female element in there. I know that there's a lot of girls out there that are fans, myself included, of the Transformer franchise and want to see themselves represented on the screen. And she does not disappoint. She kicks butt. She is loud. She is in charge of herself. She speaks her truth, and she's a force to be reckoned with. She really holds her own. We also have John Hamm, who plays Sentinel Prime, who is the quintessential antagonist in the film. This film is directed by Josh Cooley, and I just can tell he's a fan. I feel that he's a fan of Transformers, probably grew up watching Transformers, and he put his heart and soul into making sure that this was a movie that delivers, and it does, because there's so many things that could have went wrong with this movie. I myself was kind of setting myself up for disappointment, and I was pleasantly surprised. I enjoyed this film. I would recommend for people that even don't like Transformers to go see this. If it's not their thing, this is new. This is starting fresh. This is layered. This has different messages within it that I think everyone can walk away kind of feeling good about the message of the movie and feeling like, yeah, I was entertained, that was fun, and the animation is phenomenal. Animation nowadays is so great, and it does not fall flat here. The director, he also did Pixar's Toy Story 4, so he's no stranger to this type of work, and I think he does a great job here. So keep an eye out for him moving forward. I definitely think we'll see more of him. The Transformers that work in the mines, they do not have their cogs. They have been removed, so they are not able to transform, and they have to rely solely on themselves and each other banding together in order to get things done. This is one of the peeled back messages within the film. There's so many hidden messages, hidden takeaways. It is multi-layered in that respect, where adults are going to definitely walk away with a takeaway from this film. It really kind of hits at your heartstrings. It pulls you in. I think we've all kind of been there, where we've had friends that might have fallen off over the years. You feel that. You understand that life happens, and someone that you might have been very close with, even family, right? That you might have been very close with, as close as brothers, as close as sisters, that type of bond, that type of relationship, you lose, and you can understand that. Then you have the kids that are seeing that and witnessing it, and just, oh, it's fresh for them. It's fresh for them. They are seeing it, and it hurts. There's a sadness there, but there's also stepping up, doing what's right, taking charge, and doing what needs to be done for the greater good, for everyone that lives in this community of Cybertron, and doing what is right. Transformers 1 is an hour and 51 minutes, and it goes quick. The pace is decent. It did not lose my attention at all. I actually found myself really enjoying this ride, which it was because I had the D-box seat, so I'm going doo doo doo. There's kind of like a train scene that feels like a roller coaster, and I was feeling like I was on it. I had to put my popcorn down and kind of hold on for the ride. Those seats are fun. They vibrate and move, and I was not disappointed in my experience. It's an action sci-fi, and it's a fun one to see in the theater. I would put it on my list of movies to see, especially right now. Little kids are gonna want to run out. Hell, big kids too, me included, are gonna wanna run out and get a costume for our upcoming Halloween season. I liked this movie. I thought it had a good message. It really shows the development of the characters and how they ended up where they were. Yes, a lot of it's predictable. Yes, there's not anything that's going to completely shock and awe you, but it entertains, it's fun, and it's something to do that's family-friendly, family-oriented, that you can take the children to go see. Are you ready for your bad apple review? This apple is one that at first glance doesn't look that interesting. It's a little bit smaller, it's red, it has a little bit of green on it too, but you grab it, you grab a hold of it, and then when you take a bite out of it, it just transforms you. It transforms, it's got tastes that you never knew were possible, it's juicy, and you're just really enjoying each bite. It's fun, it's fresh, it's lively, and you're glad that you took a bite. That is your apple. Transformative. All right, everyone, make sure to subscribe. Give me a like if you liked this. Let me know your thoughts. Is this one that you're going to see in the theater? I want to know. Let me know below. I'll see you next time. Bye. Robots in the sky. In the sky.